Hey guys, back with you again today. Today we're going to talk about building block number 2, and in this series we're going to talk about Hey guys, back for my daily live conversation. Have you ever felt like you're going pretty well down the path and you've got a path, a track you're running on, and all of a sudden things turn to you know what, and you drift off the path, and you are adrift, sometimes in life, sometimes in business. I had this conversation yesterday with a group of high achievers that I work with, and I said, you guys ever feel like that? And everybody raised their hands like, oh yeah, all the time. And I said, sometimes what it is the topic I'm going to talk about today, is that we aren't clear on our path. We aren't clear on our destination. And it's kind of like if I were building a house and you were my contractor and you came out to the lot or to the site, and I said, here's a check for $1 million, just build me something. And you would say, what are you, nuts? What do you mean, build you something? What do you want? I don't really know. Just put up some footers and some, make a basement, maybe half basement, and put a couple stories on it. And I kind of like French country French look. You'd still say, still not enough. I got to know, what are the plans? What's the look? What's the vision? What's the front elevation? What does the architect say? And I would say, I don't have any of that. It's kind of foolish when you think about it that way, but yet we spend 2,200 hours a year-ish in business. I guess I should have said 2,200-ish hours a year in business, and do we really know where we're going? I've struggled with this. Sometimes when I start a program or launch a program, if I'm crystal clear on where I want to go, who I want to serve, what the messages are, how we're going to populate the program, where I'd like it to be a year from now, man, I am on fire for it. But if I say, I'd kind of like to launch a program next year on sales management, and that's it, there's no way that thing's getting launched. And so I want to talk to you today about a vivid vision. And I want you to think about this 1 year out, not 25 years, 1 year. 1 year from now, what do you want your business life to look like? Now, it could be a specific product that you're launching, but I'm thinking more here just generic business life. What do you want your business life to look like? What kind of income would you like to have? How do you want that income to come in? If you want your income to go from 200,000 to 400,000, and you say, well, I'm going to slave my life away doing it, I'd really like to work 20 to 22 hours a day, I'm going to say, you're nuts. You can get to 400,000, but not by doing that. In fact, that'll burn you out. You'll never get halfway there. So what's the process that you want? What's the lifestyle that you want as you're getting to that number? Maybe you want to work 4 days a week. All right. We can be very, very efficient, very effective 4 days a week. Maybe you want to work 2.5 days a week. All right. That's going to be a little tougher, but we can make that work. And so whenever I have a coaching client that comes to me and says, hey, I want to pay you a sum of money and I want you to coach me, one of the first things we work on is, where are we going? Where are we going? I got a client that just started this week, and he's very clear. I gave him an input form, onboarding form that he filled out, 25 questions. He's crystal clear. So now I'm crystal clear. And what do you think the odds are of me helping him get to his destination? They're pretty good. In fact, I would say after one session, I know we're going to get there. I know we're going to get there. We're not going to drift. I'm not going to let him drift. Now, it's okay to drift a little bit. I'm not talking about working 40 hours, 60 hours a week. I'm talking about a clear vision of where you want to go. And I find that the universe has magical ways of allowing those milestones to show up once you're clear on the vision. And this goes back to kind of psycho-cybernetics and this idea that when we're crystal clear and we implant that vision in our mind, then all the things will line up to help us get there. When that vision is cloudy, nothing lines up. The only thing that lines up are problems. So I want you to think today about, what is that? It's not goals. It's not one-year goals. It's okay to set one-year goals. I'm talking about a vision. Close your eyes and envision. What do you want your business life to look like? Where is income coming from? Who are the relationships? What kinds of clients do you want to serve? I'm looking to serve higher level clients because I know that they will actually do something with my suggestions and with my coaching. I don't want low level clients. I just don't. They don't pay their money, and they don't do anything with it. High level clients, when they're paying a lot of money, they do something with the suggestion. So I'm moving into that realm. One of my visions for next year is to create a sales leadership program just for sales managers and sales leaders. You got to have at least 5 people on your team, and you have to be earning at least $200,000 a year, and you have to have tremendous upside potential with your team. If that's you, I'm going to be talking to you about a program that we're going to launch in January or February. Anyway, specifics about vision are really important. So hopefully that's helped today. If you haven't done this exercise, just take a blank page and get a what do you call this, clipboard. Pretend like you're a researcher or a coach, and just start to write. Write down, where do you want to be? It's not a foolish exercise at all. And if you have a coach, your coach should be telling you to do this. If you don't have a coach, then you should get a coach to help you and say, look, here's where I want to go. 1 page is fine, and can you help me get there? All right. If you want more information, I forgot to tell you, 12 Bold Moves. If you have not downloaded the book, 12boldmoves.com/audiobook. We'll put it here in the notes. You'll get the audiobook, and you'll also get invited to a masterclass that we're doing here next week. I'll see you next time. Have a great day. Is today Friday? It is Friday. Have a great Friday. Bye.